Okay, we are rolling. Sweet. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Drive time with Al. I'm trying to pump out as many of these as possible recently. Only because I slacked last week and I need to just keep uploading as much content as possible. And I just want to expand as much as I can. So today's video that I want to talk about is circles. And I don't mean the circle as in the shape. The circles of friendships, of colleagues, of mentors, influencers, whatever you want to call it. Whatever. I'm just turning it, it's getting really high now. I want to talk about the circles that you surround yourself in. Now, that doesn't always just mean friends. It is a subject that a lot of people talk about. Sorry for the background noise, that is probably the air conditioning. It is boiling today, as you can probably tell. I'm not complaining. Definitely not complaining about the weather. Love it. But yeah, the circles in which you surround yourself in are probably one of the most important aspects about growing up through life, especially as a young person, because we don't know how to identify the right people early on until we've found the wrong people and then realised it too late, or however we end up doing it. So from my experience and my advice, again, back to our last video, experiment with people as well as you do with career choices and jobs. But in the end, you should only really have a handful of actual friends, because when it comes down to it, there is only a few people. I know it sounds a bit like dark and whatever, but there are actually only a handful of people who you can stay in touch with and who have your best interest at heart, and really do, and I really do mean that. There's a lot of people out there, I mean, there's a lot of people I know that are more acquaintances, but would, if we were to start a friendship, I don't know, it might become something worthwhile. But a lot of the times when you start friendships, it's more, they are more than likely going to end up as acquaintances. I worded that really badly and just realised it. Let me rephrase it. Okay. My definition of a friend and an acquaintance is someone who you know, who you see from time to time, maybe hang out with, less recreationally and more as a sort of catch-up basis or something like that. That's an acquaintance. A friend, a true friend, is someone who has your best interest and actually does have your best interest. Someone who won't blow smoke up your ass, excuse the expression. Someone who will be there for you when you need it most. Now, a lot of people seem like they have that on face value, but when it comes really down to it, there's not many people who do in your current life. So, first point I'm trying to get: find the correct friends. And you will only have a handful of them. You probably can count on one hand who actually can do that for you. Next, the environment in which you are in, e.g. work, training, something like that, you will also find a circle of people that you have to keep in touch with or you interact with on a day-to-day basis. And you have just as much control with that circle as you do with your friend circle. Obviously, if there is someone you don't like or someone that you don't gel with as much, you will still have to see them in a workplace or an environment that is close proximity. But at the same time, you can still keep your distance and still regulate how you interact with those people. Now, I don't want to get into this too much about the different workplaces, but the two main ones in my mind is workplace and friendship. There's many more, but what I want to get on to the point of is when you are growing up as a young person in the world, it's very, very easy to be drawn into fake circles. I'll use that phrase, it seems right. It's very easy to be drawn into fake circles where people say they have the best interests and, well, quite frankly, they actually don't. They just either... It's hard to describe. I'm not saying they're just using it just for the enjoyment. Well, that's a good thing, I guess. But I feel like me growing up, and a lot of people who I've seen grow up with me, have a lot of people in and out of their lives that actually don't really care in the way a friend should. When it comes down to crunch time, something goes wrong, or someone says something that someone disagrees with, it's very easy to fall apart and not fight or not work through things like that. Me personally, I have 5 people in my life that I can really count on, maybe 6, who I can really count on when things get tough and when I need help, or even if just want to like properly have a chat with someone. But that is the way I like it, and that is the way I want it to be, because I know there are a lot of people out there who claim to be, you know, always there, always ready to have you back, but ultimately it's just words. So to sort of summarise the video, I want to say that experimenting with friendships is just as important as experimenting with jobs, and finding the right circle and having good control of your circle is so important, especially if you want to be happy in life and go forward with whatever it is you're doing, whether that's work, whether that's just chilling out. You've got to be willing to make the sacrifice and the tough decisions that do come with it. This course of action is, you've got to be able to handle that and be able to go through with that in order to improve your life, because ultimately, as we well know, or you may not know, us as humans grow most from our tough times, from our struggles, our tough experiences. Those are the things that mould us to be the people we are tomorrow or today, or whatever you become in the future. So I truly believe that if you want to progress in life, you do have to encounter some bad people, you know, and you do have to change who you are with in life multiple times, and until you can find people who want the same goal, or they want to grow as a human in the same way as you, until you've found those people, it's very, very, very difficult to achieve ultimate success, happiness, whatever you want to call it. And that's what I wanted to get on today. I know these videos sometimes feel a bit rambly, but I do kind of want to try and keep them as organic as possible. If I feel like I'm scripting them out a lot, then it just doesn't feel right and it doesn't feel real. So that's what I'm trying to do, and hopefully I'll get better at just capturing what I want to say in these videos. But I feel like I'm hopefully going to get there soon. I think this is number 4 of Drive Time with Val, which is good because I want to try and keep these going. Subjects as well is something that I need to keep on top of. But yeah, that's the video for today. Let me know what you think and how you manage your circles, because I know some people have different methods. Me personally, I'm very cut, clean. I've learned in the past, for me, in order to just move on or achieve what I want to do with who I want to do, the best thing for me is just to clean cut. I know it sounds a bit brutal, be like, if someone isn't benefiting my life and I'm not benefiting their life, and it doesn't seem like it's going to grow, then I will quite quickly say, look, I appreciate it, like hanging out with you, whatever, but I don't think it's going to be beneficial for both of us. But yeah, that's just me personally. So let me know what you guys think. What is your process and what is your procedure? I know that sounds a bit robotic, but of what is your process of regulating friends, regulating work colleagues, whatever it is, and how do you keep your circle good and positive? Because ultimately that's what it needs to be. It needs to be a good, positive environment. Yeah, let me know what you guys how you guys do it. Leave a comment, like, don't forget to subscribe as well, because I'm going to keep this going as much as I can, as often as I can. But yeah, oh, here comes a fire truck. But yeah, let me know what you think. I am just about to get to the gym, so I'm going to have a great workout with some good people. So yeah, appreciate your feedback, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you later.